popular.
Not with the base. Not with the base.
I know tomorrow night, Manhattan, do you have a favorite memory or something that sticks out about that place? And what makes it so difficult when you guys go there to play?
Well, we've actually experienced decent amount of success there. Not as much as we'd like, but the students are definitely into it, and the fans are definitely into it. And it's a tremendous home court. When K-State plays us there, no question. But, we have a great home court when they come here to play too, so we should expect that. And big rivalry game, and I would think that the thing that makes it as tough as possible going into tomorrow is that the stakes are high. If they are successful tomorrow night, you could make a case that they kind of put themselves in a position maybe better than anybody else to win the league. And if we go over there and we're able to take care of business, then we would push ourselves in a decent position. It's way too early to talk about the league, but that is going to be a lot of the talk moving forward, because everybody's, at least we are, halfway through it, and I think they're 8 games into it.
Can you talk about the tweaks to the offense that you made, and how much did that have to do with Diedrich being so great from the 3?
Well, I think anytime you shoot it good. I mean, even K-State against Oklahoma State, they had an unbelievable offensive game. And they made 16 threes. And you look at us, we had one of our better offensive games against Tech, and we made 13 threes. I mean, so if they make 7 and we make 6, you probably don't feel quite as good about how your offense is flowing. But I don't know that it's anything major that we've done, other than the fact to just try to maybe put our guys in a position where they can just play downhill and not have to worry so much about what to do as opposed to just playing.
You guys have talked a lot about road games, bringing their own energy, creating their own energy. It's obviously easy to do on the court. How do you do it before the game started? How do you do it when you're not getting steals or hitting the glass or things like that? Can you do it?
I don't think you want to do it. I think like the Super Bowl last night, I wouldn't think that the coaches would want their players to burn all their energy before the game ever starts, and I think that can easily happen in sporting events. I mean, I want my guys to be poised and calm. This isn't going to be a game where their players have to be told anything to get up for it. It should be a game where our players have to be told anything to get up for it. So, these are the easy games to play. It's the games where you have to do other things to try to maybe energize your team. So I think that we'll be energized without question. It's the opportunity to play. But I would say don't burn any energy early in the day or tonight or whatever. Let's be as even keeled as we possibly can, because it's not going to be hard to get excited once the game starts.
Do you think Quentin did some good things Saturday, and where do you think he's at?
Yeah, that question's asked, it seems like every game. But yeah, I thought he did some good things, and I think I can't remember exactly. He made 2 threes and did some stuff, but it was positive. But I thought our entire team played well Saturday for the most part on both ends. And we had 3 players make at least 3 threes. That's the first time that's happened this year, and certainly Quentin made 2. So there were some good things that happened in that regard.
Bigger picture on Q, I think he had 5 steals his first 18 games. He's had 4 in his last 4. Is that a trend you're noticing?
I hope so. That may be what you're talking about on that stuff. So if that's where you are, then I do see some positives moving forward and things other than scoring. I thought your point was better now that I think about it. Had 9 paint touches off the bounce against Texas Tech. Game before had 1. So yeah, there were some positive things. Activity defensively, there were some positive things that was taking place, which I think hopefully will be good moving forward.
Our guys have heard so much about Tech and K-State's defense being the elite defenses. And are they taking that as a challenge? It certainly looked like that in the first half. And how far are they from being at that level?
I think we're still a ways away from being at that level, honestly, because you watch us, and so many times we equate good defense as the other team not scoring, whereas bad defense is when the other team gets a good shot. If they miss it, it's still bad defense. And I think we had way too many possessions where we have some breakdowns. But there's no question we're much better defensively than what we were in December. No question. But I still think there's another big step that we can take in that regard. But if you look at our numbers are as good as anybody in the league defensively once we got into league, except rebounding. But rebounding obviously is a key component to defense.
Does K-State's experience concern you?
Well, we're going to start 3 freshmen, and they're going to start 3 seniors. Is that right? Am I understanding that right? And Sneed is a junior, and Maywin, the big fellow, is a junior as well. So if at least I believe so. And I hope I pronounced the name correctly. But he killed us last year. I should be able to spell it backwards. I think that's obviously, you would think, an advantage for them. But I think this time of year, I think so many of those things are a little bit overrated.
What do you do with Dean Wade? I mean, he's been a problem since he's been there.
Yeah, we've actually had some success, but it seems like to me we haven't had a ton guarding him.
Sure.
I think, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, I think last year, one of the games he had 22 or something like that, and we haven't done a great job there. He's a good player, I'm not saying that we could have gotten him by any stretch, but certainly that was a situation looking back that I wish that we would have certainly tried a lot harder. I think he's a good player. You look at those things all along, and then you say, well, good gosh, you didn't recruit him, but you also had Diedrich. So 2 of the best players in our league are similar type players, both inside guys that can play away from the basket. But he's a guy that can, if you put a small guy on him, if you don't crowd him, he can shoot right over him, and he's done that with us many times. And if you put a smaller guy on him, you can take him down low and post him, and he's a good athlete without question. And, he's obviously playing at a really high level. I don't know, was he Big 12 Player of the Week this week?
Baylor guy.
Mason? Well, yeah, which he probably deserved. But anytime you go 9 for 9 and score 24, I mean that's about as perfect as you can get.
Can Marcus play?
No, I don't think so. I'd like to be able to tell you, questionable, but that's wishful thinking. We're hopeful that he'll be able to go by this weekend.
Hey, obviously, you guys made a ton of threes the other day. Are there other things that you accomplished that you like that maybe you can put more trust in than just making threes?
Well, I thought the ball moved better. I thought we played downhill more than we have. I think that we did some things a little bit differently that maybe didn't encourage as much side-to-side dribbling as what we were getting before. Whereas last year's team that was effective, but this year's team it wasn't near as good. So I think we did some things. But the reality of it is, you're not always going to make 13 threes. So you got to be able to get the ball to the rim in some form or fashion a lot of times and try to score. And that was something that we didn't do great against Tech, but we didn't really try to do against Tech. I think against K-State we got to be able to score in and out.
You got all these teams still alive. You said it too early to maybe talk about the race, but how do you handle it with your guys? You let them decide if they want to follow it or look at the standings or watch games, or do you coach them up on that?
No, but I have mentioned certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And I've told them it's too early to worry about this stuff, but you've got to understand, so at the end of the day, the ones, the game, in Austin or the game in Morgantown, that counts or at Ames, that counts every bit as much as winning a big game late. What happens is when you don't play well in certain games that are just games that are, you think are big games, but they're not as big as in February, which may be true. But it puts you in a situation where you either have margin for error or you have very little or no margin for error. And we put ourselves in a situation where we obviously, I don't want to say we don't have any margin for error because who knows what the winning record will be, but we have a lot less margin for error because we've stubbed our toe a couple of times that we didn't give it our best chance.
But you don't tell them to don't pay attention to the standings, don't look at it. You don't
I don't
tell
think
them
I really
like
tell
that.
them much of anything.
Okay.
But the guys should be well aware that that K-State has their game up on us along with Baylor in the loss column. So they should be aware of that.
All right, Coach.